Live and raw, running and gunning with KG and the Ringmaster. It's the Diggin with KG and Ringy Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show. Coming to you from the prestigious ATC studios in beautiful downtown Burbank, California, where we talk about treasure hunting, metal detecting, and just about everything else. Except for goat roping, corn dogs, llama farms, and unicycles. That's where we draw the line. So without further ado, here are your beloved international superstar television hosts, King George and Ringmaster Tim.
All right, Cage, here we are. You ready for this? Are you ready, KG?
Sorry, I was on mute.
I was talking to you, and I'm like, oh, where is he?
I'm always ready.
Yeah, you're always ready.
Tuesday festivities.
Yeah.
Commence or whatever the hell that word is.
Yeah. No, we got so much going on now. This is going to be kind of fun tonight because we got Miguel in the house, and it's going to be great because we have the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt coming right up. So we'll get to talk about that. I mean,
that is an awesome hunt.
If you think about it, like last year, I mean, we were all geared up trying to get ready to go, and of course it was canceled. So we're going to be doing this. Let's see. Yeah, there it is right there, April 16th. So we head out sometime in the middle of next week. It'll be kind of fun. I'm looking forward to getting out of the house again.
I am too. I mean, that's like the hunt I wait for all year. I mean, it's got the most prizes, and remember, what was it? Last time they gave away like 55 metal detectors for their 55th anniversary.
Yeah, it was just absolutely ridiculous.
Piles and piles and piles of giveaways. If you didn't leave there with something, then you're blind and you wandered off into the woods and died horribly from an alligator or something.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly. Well, there was a couple of alligator deaths, I think, on that last one. So just make sure you wear snake boots and have alligator gear when you go to this new one. Actually, this is at a new place, right, Cage? This is a new area. I don't even know why we're talking about it. We got to get Mig in here to talk about it. So
yeah.
So forget that.
Let's talk about other dumb stuff.
Let's talk about pop music. Yeah.
So what did you do this week? Anything fun?
I did. I actually got out of the house and found something pretty cool. I got a couple things to show you here, but do you remember, it was just a couple weeks ago, CB was on, and she found this awesome fishing fob from 1914. Remember that thing?
Yeah, I was super jealous.
Yeah, I was so jealous of that thing. It was just so awesome. But I was out this weekend, and look what I found. I joined the Fish Fob Club. Who else is in the Fish Fob Club?
I found a fish, a solid steel fish, but it wasn't in a little fob like that. It was actual like metal cutout or carving of a fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a bass. That looks like a bass. I found a trout.
Oh,
Trout
really?
are way cooler than bass. Of course, bass could kick the out of a trout, I think.
I think so too.
If you throw, you think about it, I'm from Montana. All I ever fished for was trout, fly fishing for them, and spin cast fishing for trout. Well, up here in Kansas, I mean, they got massive, giant bass hooks. If you threw that at a trout and it landed next to a trout, you wouldn't see the trout for a week. It would scare him to death. He'd be gone. But a bass, he'd be about the same size as the hook, and he will still attack it.
That's weird. It's
funny. Aggressive.
They're very aggressive. Yeah. I agree, Cage. But I was really pretty happy when that popped out because it's like now I have a fish fob and I can relax. But hey, speaking of fishing and stuff, you remember my Uncle Harlan? You met him, I think, when we were in Iowa because he's a big hunter and he's got deer heads like you. And, so you guys were like, having some kind of bro moment or whatever.
Yeah, we bonded. We had some bonding happening.
Yeah, there was some serious bonding there. And then my Aunt Janet and Uncle Harlan happened to be in Arizona staying at a resort or something, and they drove up to see me just a few days ago. And Harlan was up here, and he's like, he was really impressed with this. He was just stunned.
Yeah.
He wanted to hear all about that trophy. So
he probably didn't believe you because he's like, this is the puniest trophy I've ever seen. There's no way that you won. This is like the last place trophy.
Yeah, he goes, well, he knows you, so there were some questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's
but that was a blast. That was a blast. Next year it's gonna be on again. I'm thinking redemption time.
Oh,
I'm gonna I'll be able to get in a boat bigger than a freaking inner tube with 3 guys in it, and we don't want to bail every hour. We want to pull over and bail the water out of it.
Yeah.
And you guys are flying around in an ocean boat in a lake with beers and lawn chairs.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a dream come true. Actually, it was kind of fun. The only thing would have been better is if we had, like some of our own gear that we were talking about. But do you want to? You know what? We should. Oh, I gotta. As long as we're on here and we're up and running, is everybody on? Yeah, they're talking about fishing and
they're all into it. Yeah.
Well, as long as everybody's on here, I'm sure who wants to see a picture of my butt? Anybody? I think you do. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, maybe certain circles of people.
Steve Pacifico, he's on. I bet he'd want to see a picture of my butt. All right. I was out and it was, when I found that fish fob, it was so hot out. It was like almost 90 degrees already here. So for the first time all year, of course, I'm lily white and I'm out detecting, and check this out. I got back. It was so painful I could barely sleep last night.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's like
it's probably a rope burn from Carlotta whipping your ass.
Yeah. I was tied down for a while. They staked me out.
Yeah. Well, I got to deal with a rescue dog. My daughter's boyfriend.
What's up with that?
Fished a lab out of the river, and it's bad shape. But they're gonna try to nurse it back to health. They gotta take it to the vet. So, I mean, I don't even want to start talking about it because I don't want to sound insensitive, but I don't want to sound like a big crybaby either.
Yeah, but your place is an animal rescue place. Knowing all your girls there at the house, they find anything. If they find a turtle, whatever it is, it's coming home. A newt.
Coming home. Stray dog comes in the yard. It don't even have to come in the yard. They'll coax it into the yard. It's like, oh, Dad, can we just find its owner? And then, 15 years later, it's dying of old age on my, on my couch or something. So yeah, if you're an animal, this is, you wouldn't think that to look behind me, but if you were like a stray animal and you wandered into my domain, you're pretty safe.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Anyway.
Hey, Cage, do you want to get Megan here so we can start talking about other stuff?
Miguel.
I mean, we still got other garbage to go through, but I want to get Megan here because he's kind of a fun guy, kind of like a mushroom, a fun guy.
Certain type of mushroom.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. We'll play this, and then I'll see if I can figure it out.
Today's guest.
Miggy, we're going to try to get you in here. See what we can do.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say about Miguel and his little intro speech.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. It looks like something's happening.
There's Miguel.
Yeah, it looks like he's appearing.
Miguel, are you in? You hear us?
Yeah.
Can you hear us yet?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
There he is. Clean cut. Looks like you just got out of the military with that hair.
I know.
Oh my God.
Jarhead.
Jesus.
Hey, actually, you know what? Since the whole pandemic thing, I started cutting my own hair.
Really?
Nice.
That's a pretty good job.
Hey, Miguel, I actually cut my hair today. I let it all rip.
Oh, nice. Nice work. Yeah,
Awesome.
Ever since the pandemic, CB, she's got a cosmetology license, and she just shaves my head now, Wow. So
I'm going to be like a torpedo in the water now.
Yeah, when we go on that Meg dive, the Meg tooth dive, it's going to be, you and me are just going to be going, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Like Aquaman.
Yeah. That'll be great. So Mig, all right, Mig's on here. I got to read something about
Yeah,
you.
thanks for coming on, Mig. We know you got a busy schedule, you know.
Yeah, we got the Charles Garrett thing coming right up. We're going to talk all about that, but I gotta introduce you in case anybody doesn't know. Mig works for Garrett. All right, and we call him Miguel because
and his back is real sore. In his back is real sore from packing Steve Moore, ain't it?
Yeah, carrying all his dead weight. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope he's watching.
All right.
Sorry.
Here we go. The guest intro. Our guest tonight is on the Garrett staff, and he's a talented photographer, or that's what he told KG once anyway. I personally have never seen him take a photograph. Whenever we're on the road together, he's always detecting, pushing people out of the way, being generally rude, and ignoring everyone. In spite of this, he has, over the past few years, pulled some greatness from the earth. We'll take a look at some of his cool finds and get some inside info on the upcoming big old massive gargantuan Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt. Please welcome Miguel Ardito.
Miguel, woo!
Thank you, guys.
All right. So we can talk about whatever we want, and we're going to talk about the Charles Garrett hunt. But first, Mig, I brought you in early just because we had so much other business we never even got to yet, but you can just sit in here and deal with all of it with us. And now this is something, I don't know if you guys know this yet, but you know Garrett's always had some kind of Garrett girl project going on or whatever, but this is kind of a new thing here. I'm going to butcher her name, of course, but Jazzja from the Netherlands has a new website up, and it's the Garrett Girls website. So that's kind of a cool thing.
She's
so
a
she's
sweetheart,
up there.
too. We met her a bunch of times in England. So
yeah. And the
cool.
Netherlands, we've hunted with her before and stuff, but it's just kind of cool. They're going to have like another Garrett Girl outlet thing there. So that's pretty awesome.
Yep. I'm a member of that group.
Yeah, I should. I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join as soon as I get, my man card gets punched a couple more times.
That ain't gonna happen. You keep going backwards.
And then another few things we had happen this week. We got a bunch of people sending in stuff all the time, but we had so many artists on, like Gypsy and CB and Roger last week, all these people that are phenomenal artists. And then people decided they were going to draw some pictures and send them in. And so here's one.
Look at that one. That's priceless.
Yeah.
I can't read what it says. It's backwards.
This is KG. Why did you hit me with a metal detector? And it's got like an NX5 and an Apex. And
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I was going to say, it kind of makes me sad because I'm on the ground in pain,
The hole is kind of shallow.
Yeah, this is a giant hole. I didn't do a very good job digging that one, did I?
Yeah, Mark must have dug that one.
Yeah. And then we had somebody else write in. This was kind of funny. Luke sent something in. I was just laughing, made me laugh anyway, because it just says there's a hummingbird like laying upside down in that leaf. It says Ringy.
Oh, that was hard to see.
Yeah, if you look at it, it's weird. It's a bird laying in that leaf, but it's like Ringy drunk on the nectar.
They probably found the poor thing dead and laid it in there for a photo op. Yeah. How else are you going to get a hummingbird to lay there like that?
Yeah, I know. I mean, they never stop moving, so I don't know. I don't know how that would have happened.
That one did.
But, yeah.
That's funny.
So anyway, we did that. And then there's something else I want to do before we really get into anything. Geez, I just spit on my screen right here. We have to have like a little sports report. I know, KG, you're going to hate me for this, but I promise there'll be no birding talk tonight or anything. It's just going to be...
I don't care. We can talk about Lance doing his announcement.
Oh, yeah. Lance is going to be announcing a game tonight. I don't know where or whatever, but we just can't not talk about the Final Four. I mean, this happened last night. The Zags got destroyed. I mean, it was just such a weird thing. I don't know if anybody watched it, but they were undefeated all year, and it's so hard to run the table in basketball. But they went all the way to the championship game and then crashed and burned. So,
yeah,
in a way,
like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly. They made it to the Super Bowl and lost, but
I got a story to tell.
Yeah, do you?
Okay, so the year that the Patriots went undefeated,
Yeah.
they went all the way to the Super Bowl.
Oh, and they got beat by the Giants, didn't they?
They got beat by the Giants.
Yes.
They got married that day.
Oh, really?
You got nice.
We got married on Super Bowl Sunday, like 2 hours before the Giants just.
How did you do that? Did you watch the game like in between like ceremonies or what?
It was after. It was after we got married. We went back to my mother-in-law's and watched the game.
Oh, how funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like every 5 to 6 years, my anniversary lands on the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So like she wanted him to really prove that he loved her. It's like, honey, if you really love me, you'll marry me on Super Bowl. And he's like, oh my God. And it's like, yeah, we'll do that.
But it's got to be early. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So we're staying, there's so much happening. Baseball just started. And of course, one of my friends here is a big Cardinal fan, and I texted him after the opening day because the Cubs lost. And it's like, all right, the Cubs are already in last place, but then they came back strong, won a couple games. And so I was feeling pretty good about it. And then I saw this, KG. Did you see this? Remember, the Heat miser? Andy Dalton was on the Cowboys last year after playing for the Bengals forever. And of course, now the Bears just signed him. I can't believe it.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I was
he's actually a decent veteran quarterback.
Oh, he's very capable. That's not my thing, but I mean, it's
capable as long as he has time and he don't get hit.
Right.
Which is going to happen.
Yeah, but he didn't have great protection, for all those years.
No, and
Cincinnati.
He did all right. He did do all right. He
definitely knows what he's doing. But I'm just saying, all these guys are trying to get all these young quarterbacks like, Mahomes and everything.
Yeah,
and then the Bears sign a guy that's like on his last legs, It's like
my age.
Yeah. But I was still kind of hoping they'd sign Russell Wilson or whatever. I know this is definitely a show about metal detecting, but I just had to get all this off my chest.
That the Jets just let go of Sam Darnold.
I saw that today. I was watching the news, and that's actually one of the questions on the thing here for Mig. It's like one of them is, why are you a Jets fan?
Yeah, I forgot Mig was a Jets fan.
Yeah,
it kind of just happened. I just started following them back in 2008 and 2009. They had 2 awesome seasons. They went back to back to championship games.
Mm-hmm.
And from there on, it just became a fan. And
our camera guy Craig is a rabid, Eagles fan. What were you? Eagles, right?
Yeah, he's an Eagles fan.
Yeah. And man, we could get him worked up in a second over the Eagles.
Yeah. We were talking about him last show, saying that there were no sports except for just football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. There are only 4 sports in the world.
They're major rivals. So what happens during like the Cowboys-Eagles game, Miguel? Do you just kind of hide out, or do you just go all in?
Cowboys. I follow the Cowboys.
But if they're playing the Eagles, you got to go for the Eagles, right? Because they're your team.
No, he's a Jets fan.
The Jets. That's what I said.
Yeah, but that only happens like once every 5 or 6 years when they play the game.
Yeah,
I thought he was Eagles. It's got me all confused now.
Now we were just talking about Craig, and then they're both green.
Yeah. About this the rest of the show, I'm not saying another word.
Yeah. And what else we got? Oh, one other sports desk type thing. In northern Arizona, in our area up here where I live in Prescott, we have a stadium, and we haven't had a pro team for a while. And this year, they're going to have an IFL team, indoor football league, like with the Iowa Barnstormers and all those guys that have been around for years. And there's a brand new team called the Northern Arizona Wranglers. And I just bought season tickets just on a whim, so.
You ought to get season tickets to the lingerie football league.
Well, this new team here, I went to their website when I was looking to buy the tickets and stuff, and they actually have they had dance team tryouts and everything, so they're going to have some pretty smoking hot dancers there. Yeah, and I was thinking about trying out. They actually had open tryouts for the football team, so I thought about going to that too.
It'd be like a punter or something.
Yeah, it's like $20 for season tickets.
Yeah, no kidding. Like we didn't get like front row seats or anything. But we got halfway decent seats, and they were only $25 a piece. I mean,
but you know what? That's pretty freaking cool, though. I mean, that's something to do, and it'd be awesome to do.
It is, and literally the stadium can't be more than a mile from my house.
Oh, wow.
It's just I just drive right down Glassford Hill and bang, I'm right there on it. So it's a really nice indoor stadium. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's probably at an old high school or a little grade school.
No, this is the event center where they have all the concerts.
Grade school kids.
Yeah.
Anything else, Ringy?
Nope, I'm not going to. That's it. You make fun of everything I do. All right. So what do you guys want to talk about then?
Let's talk about the Charles Garrett hunt a little bit because that's coming up. We could pick Miguel's brain a little, make him squirm a little. Yeah,
give us some inside info. You're from Garrett. You know exactly what's going on. So tell us what's going to happen there.
Well, I can tell you this. This year we're changing it up a bit. It's not going to be like a normal token, like we on the free range. We're going to change it up a little bit, and it's going to be a lot funner for the hunters and the contestants. For everybody that's out digging. It's going to be a little challenging because we've incorporated a couple of games, but the prizes are just phenomenal. And I'm so jealous that I don't get to hunt every year. And y'all seen the prizes, the stuff that we put on the table. It's just crazy, the stuff that
and Civil War swords, shipwreck coins, belt plates. I mean, literally hundreds and hundreds of prizes, and that's not counting the metal detectors and the pinpointers and the headphones. Unbelievable. If somebody has never went to the Charles Garrett hunt, they're missing out big time.
Oh, completely. Yeah. I mean, I recommend it to anyone that's ever getting into the sport of metal detecting. This is the way to go into it. Is even just the basic hunt, which was I think is like $75, $85 or something, $65 or something like that. I mean, even if you just did just the amount of prizes that go into the free range, will just you're like, holy crap, this is just crazy how much we're just giving away. But on the premium hunts, the people that pay for those, we're putting that money back into the ground. I mean, they're basically, they're getting their money back from by finding the mini balls and the silver coins and stuff like that. So it's not like Garrett's almost more like a wash at the end of this. So it's all about the hunters completely.
Right. It's not something that they go into thinking, oh, we're going to make money doing this. It's more of almost like an advertising thing. You know, they're putting tons of stuff out there so people can actually enjoy it, have a good time, and come away with some really incredible prizes.
Yeah, and it's a safe environment. We want all the kids to come out and enjoy. We have a kids hunt that's really, really fun. And that stuff we just throw on the surface because it's just easy for them. They're getting into it at an early age. We want them to find the stuff. And even with the free range stuff, we don't plant stuff, but half an inch at the most, because we want y'all to find this stuff.
Right.
That's the whole point.
And who's kind of spearheading that? You and Rusty Kerr? Because I know you guys
Rusty's the head hunt master, and then we have a committee. And there's Steve, me, Brian, Adam, James, Maureen. I mean, we've got a little committee that we've been putting on every year, and we've got one hell of a crew. I mean, we literally work our asses off. But I mean,
usually from the time the one ends, you're already working on the next year.
Yeah, because we're trying to make it just one more step better than the one previous. So, and I think they've grown since we've learned a lot over the years. And I definitely think this one's going to be one of the top-notch ones. I really do.
Yeah, and you're going to have those awesome world famous diggers there,
That's
KG
right.
and Ringy. God, that's worth the price of admission right there.
There it is. Especially if you find one of those tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
actually, there'll be. I know we're giving away NX5 and a bunch of cool ATC.
Yeah. Last time
so.
they were dumb enough to let us borrow a golf cart, and we broke the golf cart. And then what's funny is we whined enough that they gave us another golf cart, and we broke that one too.
Yeah,
But not on purpose.
I don't think that's going to happen this year.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's a good thing.
But yeah, it's gonna be awesome time by everybody, and the prizes are gonna be there. I think we've got all kinds of volunteers that are gonna help us out this year too. Plus, we've got TAMDC that's joining us this year. So in the Civic Center all day, there's gonna be a treasure show going on. So you can go in there and check out treasures that are being found by other club members and stuff in the state of Texas. There's going to be dealers in there. You can buy a detector in there. I mean, so there's going to be all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, we did years ago. KG and I did an event with the TAMDC. I remember we were down there and doing something, and I think you won a KG. I think you won a detector, didn't you, or something?
No, I didn't win. Morgan.
Oh, your daughter
My
won one. I was going to
and
say, I don't know how you would have done
She found
that.
like 6 tokens.
Yeah.
And she won. It was funny, because we're Garrett, through and through people, And I think my daughter won a set of White's headphones. She won a Go Find metal detector.
Yeah.
Everything. And then Vaughn's sitting in there, and I'm like, Vaughn, maybe I could trade this stuff. He's like, you couldn't give me that stuff.
And then I remember at that same show, there was I can't remember the brand of the metal detectors. It wasn't one of the big, huge names, I don't think, but they were trying to get their company going or something. And I just happened to be walking by their booth, and I think they had like a little putt thing or something. And I'm like, oh, I want to try that just to do it. And so I'm up there doing it. And then somebody walks up and like hands me one of these detectors. And then I kind of look up, and then I immediately notice people starting to reach for their cell phones. And I just threw it back at him real quick.
Yep.
Like it matters, but it was just kind of funny. They were trying to get a picture of,
my fishing buddy from up here, Kurt Stiles, he watches our show every week, but he's going to drive up too. So he's going to stay in the camper down there. So yeah, we got a pile of good people heading down that way.
There's so many people that are going to be there, and it's just going to be, we've got tent campers, we've got people staying in trailers, we've got people staying in hotels. It's going to just be, we're going to be running ragged. It's just going to be 90 miles an hour, but it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Right.
Hey, KG, don't forget to come get me at the airport. Remember?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm driving up there. It's 7 hours one way, which ain't bad. 7 hours. But now I got to go another hour out of my way to the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, pick Tim up, and then drive 2 hours or whatever it is out to the hunt site. And then we get there, and then Carlotta's coming up, and then Mark Hoover and Gary Penta and them after the hunt, they're going to follow me, and Gary's going to drive with me, miniature man. He's going to drive with me, and then Mark and his and his wife's going to follow us up, and then we're going to come up here and we're going to hit the bottle dump for 2 days.
Oh, nice.
I might try to take them to the bass pond and stuff like that, but yeah. So we're going to hang out with them guys. So
yeah, it's going to be a very, very busy week.
I'm going to get them covered in poison ivy and ticks and send them back to Florida.
Yeah. Make them wish they never came up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Lori,
of course, she dug that bottle dump and she got covered in poison ivy.
Oh, I felt so bad for her.
The roots of the poison ivy was coming through, and we were digging back in there, and then the roots got her. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I as bad as my butt hurts from all that sunburn a couple days ago.
I mean, that spanking.
There's nothing compared to that poison ivy. I would take this in a second. I'd take a firm spanking any day over poison ivy.
Yeah. Okay.
You're sharing way too much.
Yeah, let's get back to our guest here.
Yeah,
Miguel.
okay, Miguel.
He's really an accomplished. treasure hunter. And it's a lot, he takes, like I say, a couple pictures once in a while. They're a little blurry and, hard to read, but he's a pretty good metal detectorist. But we got to ask him some of his favorite finds.
Yeah, and we're going to show him all this stuff too, and we'll come back to some of these, but you can see that he obviously knows what he's doing with a detector.
That was really cool, that little plate that I found up there.
Oh, that was at Bone, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's where that sunset was too, Bone.
No, the sunset was at Pound the Ground.
Yeah, we're going to come back to that one.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get out of the van.
Yeah, that plate thing, I don't know if I have that queued up here, but that was like an old wagon plate. It was really cool. I remember you found that, and I don't think you were super excited about it. I'm like, I wish I would have found that.
Well, what it was is that everybody was standing around eating their sandwiches and stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm going to go hunt a little bit. And I was the only one out there, and they were like, oh, there's a kind of a dump site over there. And it was like only like 100 or 200 yards from the cars where y'all locked y'all's keys in the van.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I come back and I hear the van going all off and stuff, and they're trying to get into the van. And I'm like, hey, check this little plate thing out. And you're like, that's a wagon plate.
Yeah. Like, oh. That's pretty cool.
I didn't know what it was.
And then, all these awesome finds, and then you could see no matter what, it always ends up in something like this,
I usually get about half of those on my phone.
Yeah, Miguel, he leaves his phone laying around, and that's it for him.
Yeah, there's a good one there too. Yeah, we'll explain that later. But yeah, this is that
rash.
this is that wagon plate. I thought that was awesome. I love that one.
Well, it had the star and everything on it, and I was like, this is kind of cool. I didn't know what it was, and then I showed you, and you're like, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, that's the thing about Miguel and Steve. We give them a bad time, but they hunt harder than anybody I know.
Just relentless.
Or as hard. I mean, just go, go, go. And if they don't have a spot to go, they'll bang on doors till they find a spot.
Mm-hmm.
We will.
They are.
I'm not afraid to door knock. I'm not afraid at all. So,
I mean,
what's funny is that I didn't even know people metal detected until I came to Garrett.
Really?
On my interview. Had no clue. I grew up in the country on 4.5 acres in the middle of nowhere outside of East Texas. And I got this call saying, hey, come, won't you come in for an interview and stuff? And I'm like, all right, cool. Garrett Melvin, I've never heard of this.
There's a compound somewhere in Waco.
And my interview was like 3.5 hours.
Dang.
And an hour and a half of that was with Stephen Vaughn. And then Steve had to leave to go get his daughter or his son from school or something. And I ended up staying around for another like an hour and a half, 2 hours with Vaughn, walking around in the museum in Garrett. And he was just telling me treasure stories with his dad and all the stuff that they've been on and stuff. And I was like blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, people do this for just fun.
I know. That's the crazy thing is somebody just asked about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, they're just like, well, how did Miguel get his job with Garrett? Like, how did that come about or whatever? And it's funny that you didn't even know that people detected when you were at your interview.
And I was like immediately hooked after the interview. I immediately came home and I sent another email to Stephen Vaughn and I said, thank you for the interview. This was awesome. I think I'd be a great asset to the department and stuff. And the next day they replied back and said, want to bring you in for a second interview. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. And
I mean, a job offer the next day.
Yeah. But your job isn't just metal detecting. I mean, you do a lot of stuff there and you do a lot of photography and stuff.
So they originally hired me on as graphic design. So if you get the catalog, you get the newsletter, you get you see any of the ads, that's me. I'm behind that. I design all that.
Cool.
Stuff. And a lot of it is a team too. I go to Steve and I go to Brian, I go to John. We're a small group and we all help each other out. And the Yeti.
Just seeing if anybody noticed.
And so, I mean, but I used to do photography at my previous job. I did still photography. I worked for a light bulb company. You have no idea how hard it is to take a picture of a light bulb and then cut it out and post it and make it look clear and then put it online is just the hardest thing ever. And so Steve was intrigued and they sent me out on our first trip. We went to, we met up with Nugget like a month after I started. And we spent a week just nothing but pictures. There was no detecting. We did a little bit of detecting, and I didn't ever detect before. I only detected like twice with just taking home the detector with just testing it out. I had no clue what I was doing. And one of my first finds was I went to a local park like a mile from my house in my neighborhood. And I found this little blob thing. It was like, I don't know, a mud blob, and it had something silver in the middle of it. And I didn't know what it was. I just threw it in my pouch. I came home and started going through all my stuff. I'm like, it's kind of fun. I like it. I come out, it was 2 James Avery silver rings stuck together.
No way.
They were like off-centered, and I thought it was like a nut or something. And I took a piece of wood and I hammered it out, and I still have both of them. They were silver James Avery rings. And
nice.
I was hooked right after that first time.
I bet.
That's it. I like this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know,
Cage.
what's funny? What's funny is, you know, like people within the group of metal detectors, like, you know, I mean, we're not a massive group. It's getting bigger all the time, thanks to those 2 knuckleheads on diggers. But when you talk to somebody that don't metal detect but they, you know, are kind of on the outside of everything, and you start showing them your treasure and talking to them about treasure, I mean, they are blown away that you have, you know, found stuff and what you can actually find. And that's, I think, what brings a lot of them into the hobby.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It really is. Well,
the sport.
Somebody that's never detected before. I mean, you hear so many stories of just a newbie going out and like within 20 minutes finding like a gold coin or something. And you're just like, this guy's never picked up a detector. And first 20 minutes, he's finding a gold coin. You know, that's like a white whale for majority of us. And we're like, oh my God, this guy, and that's what hooks you, just like that. So.
Yeah. Like Tim always gives the story of, we call him Goldie over in England. He never metal detected in his life, and they showed him how to metal detect. He walked up on the hill and he found that hammered gold coin, that medieval gold coin. He had no clue what he was doing, but he found a gold coin.
That's all it takes.
It was with a Garrett ace, by the way.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So
I'm still waiting to get overseas.
Oh,
you've never been overseas, have you?
What?
No.
Of all the years and years of all the trips we've done, you have been overseas. I hunted with you in Australia.
That's overseas.
I'm talking about Europe.
Oh,
we got to go over to see. That's like 20 hours one way on a flight.
You couldn't get any further away from home.
Overseas and back on the same
I've never
plane.
been away from home, KG. I don't know what to
do. No, I know what you're saying, though.
I woke up one time on that flight, and I was like laying on Tim's shoulder. And like, you know, we've been, you know, sitting next to each other for 20 hours. And I woke up and I'm like we're like laying on each other. I was like,
I was stroking his cheek, you know. And
he's purring. but you know, I understand Miguel, because going to Australia is basically like going to the United States, because, you know, it's about as old. You know, Australia is about as old as the United States. So, really, you know, you go to Europe, you're not going to go to Australia and find a Roman coin or a medieval coin. But if you go to Europe, obviously you're gonna.
Right on, Cage. Good point.
I got to stick up for Miguel here.
Before
we hammer him again.
All right. I had something to say, and I don't know what it is now, Cage. I felt like it was kind of important.
Inspirational, I'm sure.
it was really going to be super beneficial for every listener out there. Oh, here it is. I just wrote
down.
I haven't even looked. You know, I haven't even looked at my cheat sheet. How weird is that?
You don't need to with us. You know,
I know. I really don't. But
so many places, and
I want you to talk about this, Mig. This is cool. What is that?
That is a silver police badge.
But it's real, right? Yeah. It's not a toy.
Yeah, no, it's a real police badge. I found it up in Bone. My first trip up in Bone.
No way.
Yeah, so
that is awesome.
It was pouring down rain that day. I mean, just pouring down the whole day. And that was later in the afternoon, actually, that I found that. And there was like a big hill, and there was a tree, and I was down at the bottom of the hill, and I was searching around it, and I popped out this little piece of and I kind of cleaned it off, and I showed Steve, and of course he was like, "Oh, he's got silver." And so the next day we get to the show. We go to the show, and this guy walks up to me, that's Jeff. And he's like, "Hey, I heard you found part of a police badge." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I found the other half." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Man, I searched everywhere looking for it right there in that same area." And he goes, "I was right underneath that tree when I found it." And so he tried so hard to get it from me the whole weekend.
Really?
He kept coming out. He's like, "Hey, man, it needs another piece. It needs another."
You had the important part. You had the front of it.
Which one did you? No,
Mine
which
was
one?
the right side. I had the ICE.
You had the ice. Okay, you had
I see the half. Oh, and he had half. Okay.
And so
we had the bigger half, so he should have gave you that little half.
Well,
yeah.
2 weeks later, in the mail, I get this little box, and it had his piece in it.
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
What a great guy. Yeah, that's
I put them
awesome.
together in the box, and I sent him a picture of it. I was like, "Man, that's freaking awesome. Thank you." Because he was telling me he had found a whole one with the name of the officer, like not that long ago before that. And he had the whole one. I'm like, "That's cool." And he goes, "No, that's a legitimate police badge."
That is.
Well, what's the
really
date?
cool.
I mean, what's the date
I
on
think
that?
he was saying it was like 1860s or something like that.
Wow, like
1870s.
like cowboys would wear in the old
Yeah,
West movies.
yeah, it was just a generic police badge, but it was made out of silver, and it still got like the little like iron pins that you could see the holes in it where they would have pins in it. So it's kind of neat.
That is
really cool.
so cool. We should do a thing. We'll have to do it someday. A bunch of badges that we found or something, because that is really cool. Most of the ones I found are like toys, but I did find one this year that was like a toy like sheriff's badge or whatever, and it said Roy Rogers on it. So that was kind of cool, you know.
Yeah, I found a couple of those little ones that are like from the 50s with the little star. Like
Yeah.
I found a couple of those before in the past, but this one is definitely my favorite because it's silver.
I found a railroad agent badge one time.
Oh, that was
Remember that?
awesome. Yeah, we definitely need to pull those out and show it to people. That one was so cool. Wasn't it like an ACM Watchman badge or something?
I found an ACM Night Watchman badge too.
Yeah.
But this was a different one. It was like a railroad agent, where they would like make sure like homeless people or people didn't travel on the train when that wasn't supposed to.
Oh, back in the days when they'd club them off.
They would walk up and down like the boxcars, and they would have a
Oh,
club, and they would like beat on people.
Right. Yeah. That one of I think my ex's grandfather, that was his job. He would
beat on people.
Beat people with a club off of railroad cars. I mean, talk about a tough job. Jeez.
Yeah.
That was back in the days when anything went.
I have all kinds of stuff in my brain I want to say. But
I know. I just can't go there, Cage. Like we always say, that's for another show.
Yeah, that's our rated R version after midnight.
Yeah, KG and Ringy after midnight. Hey, should we give some stuff away? I mean,
sure.
We can keep going, but I mean, might as well just give some stuff away too. And this week, as promised, I've got an extra Roger Wyant print. So all you guys that were out there that freaked out, that didn't win, I've got another one. I think this one's a deer this time. I think we gave away last week a wolf and a moose, I think. And I think I got a deer.
Rabbit
left.
too, didn't you? Get a rabbit?
I didn't give the rabbit away. I don't think so. I might
hoarded
keep that
it.
one for myself.
Hoarded it.
So anyway,
Paige, your brother is really talented. I tell you.
Yeah.
And Morgan's got that talent.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, we got to have her on one of these days. We're gonna have Morgan and my other daughter on some night and talk about hunting and fishing and art.
Well, I think this one might be the one I give away today. I can't remember. I don't know.
If it ain't, then you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Exactly. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
We'll send him that picture Mark drew.
Yeah. I'll run it off on the copier and send it to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Well, what should we do? I guess I should look at my sheet here and see what's going on.
Yeah. 2 ways to win, right? Anybody that's commenting on this podcast right now is automatically entered for the prize for next week.
Right on.
So we'll notify them, and they have a week to notify us. If they don't, then somebody else gets their prize the following week, right? But every week we've given it away. I don't think we've ever missed anybody.
Yeah,
yet.
I don't think anybody's ever missed it. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at my...
Wasn't Miguel going to give out a back massage at the Garrett hunt participant?
Yeah, and then a foot massage. After the day of digging, he's giving out foot massages.
If they can find me, then yeah.
You heard it here, folks. He said yeah.
Tied up in Tim's room. No.
All right, let's see here.
So what are we doing here?
We're
Giving away something?
Let's give away the main prize. This is not for the artwork. This is just the main prize. We're gonna give away here. Let me see if I can find something to give away. Hold on.
Give away that hairless cat. Huh, Miguel? Oh, he's back. He didn't.
I don't want to know.
You don't have the headphones on.
Yeah, well, I got coins. I don't know if you can see this. I got a brand new Apex hat, some Garrett Diggin gloves. We got coins. Actually, some of these coins came out of that piñata for your birthday in Florida, KG.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. There's a where's the camera? There's a steel penny that came flying out. Something from
my piñata. I should have got
Australia.
everything in it.
You should have. We got some fake Spanish reals and gold ones, gold doubloons.
Send me one of those fake ones.
Look at.
Tim and I bought a real Spanish real. What was it off of that?
Oh,
was it the 1614 fleet?
No,
1715.
1735 fleet. I
Was
think
it?
we got one out of 1735 fleet. Pretty sure.
Fleet,
And it was a full-on 8 real.
Are you sure 17? I thought it was older than that.
I don't know.
1715. It is.
I don't know.
Remember,
I'm just making this up.
1715 fleet. Yeah.
I'm not a.
old coins and stuff.
Yeah. We bought at the Spanish Main Antiques. We bought.
Yeah, we bought
2 of them. A
couple of
from
them
the
there.
fleet. Yeah, and they were 8 reals, the big boys.
Yeah. They were awesome.
Bottom?
What? Yeah, we bought them. They didn't just give it to us because we're so handsome.
Well, maybe
In case
they
I
made Tim
feel it.
pay for
I
his.
had to pay double.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna give all this stuff away, plus the usual whatever. We got FH7 patches and gear and all that. So here, let's give that away right now. Here we go.
Prize giveaways.
All right. So who won that? It was Glenn Godwin. You got a week to send in your stuff. I'm going to try to say this without messing it up like I always do every week. PM us your info and we'll get
PMS us,
it.
you usually
Yes,
say.
I usually say PMS us.
God win. That's pretty good. He wins.
Yeah.
say
Glenn
PM.
Godwin is the winner.
You could say DM, direct message.
Direct DM? That sounds like director of marketing to me. I don't know. It also sounds like something else that would be for the other show, right?
Damn weenie.
Yeah. All right. So we got Glenn winning that, and then we got to give away something for the awesome find, and then we're gonna do another one of those things where you pick the numbers and stuff. So don't start picking numbers yet. I can tell people are gonna get anxious and start doing it. But here, let's give away some
Wasn't
awesome
it Frank
find.
from Detective America? Like the second it came out of my mouth, he had like 13 numbers already picked, and I'm like, no, you only
Yeah.
picked 2.
Yeah, and then of course I was being an idiot trying to mess with you. And I'm just like, oh, you mean like pick like a number like number 76 last week? And then of course, like 500 people put 76. Look at there go the numbers right now already. Yeah. All right. Hey, you got two numbers. So, if you know the rules, I guess go for it. But anyway, here, let's do this real quick.
Hey, I tried to comment the other day.
Fantastic finds.
I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, you owe us stuff for that.
We're used to that comment, though.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Who won the fantastic find of the week? I'll show you who did. Here he is. John M. Bradbury. And you know why he won? Because he found a 1907 gold coin. How awesome is that?
So white whale there.
So where's that coin from there?
It looks like an Austrian coin or something. Maybe it's English. Here, let's pull that back up and see. It's got, it's British. It's got Edward the Seventh on it.
Edward the Confessor.
I don't think it's quite that old.
That's Saxon.
Yeah. So John M. Bradbury, if you send in something, that's pretty freaking phenomenal.
Oh, we got numbers pouring in already, too.
Oh, we got numbers coming in. So people want to win that artwork then. So KG, why don't you
what's it in between? Is it going to be?
I don't know. You decide, KG. This is your show. You deal with it.
Well, we have like 1,000 and some comments, so maybe we should go with 2 numbers per person, no more. Any 1 in 150. So the closest number between 100 and 150 will win this awesome Roger Wyant. Well, it's not one of a kind. It's a print.
It's a signed print, though. Yeah, numbered signed print. So, limited.
Yeah. And I'm going to kill him probably within the next 5 years. So all of his artwork is going to go
skyrocket.
Way up in price.
Right on. I'll help you bury the body.
Yeah.
Recently, we replaced our vanity in my daughter's bathroom, and I accidentally broke her clock on the wall, and so she wanted some canvases so she could paint a new picture on the wall to replace it, and she was doing it earlier on the floor. I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'll send it to y'all later. Man, she's pretty dang talented. She painted a beach picture and stuff, and I told her, I said, you can put me on the bottom down there in the sand with a detector hunting, and she's like, get out of here, I'm not putting you in my picture.
Exactly.
Nice.
Oh, so are they so what was the deal? It's between 1 and 150? Is that right, Cage?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look at that. People are sending it. What is on Miguel's wall? Awesome question. Who just asked that?
Stitching or something.
Scott McClory just asked that. And I love that question because right when we were testing the Zoom link up, I'm looking at that. I'm like, Mig, what is that on your wall?
It is a macrame.
Macrame. His daughter made.
My daughter made it for my mother. For my wife for Christmas. It's actually kind of cool. She weaved it. She
nice.
The whole kit and everything, and sat in there, and she spent like a couple of weeks actually working on that to build it up and stuff. And she had made one for my mother-in-law, and it had like a little basket, and we put like a succulent plant in it, and it held the basket of the little plant inside it. It was kind of cool. And so she had just got all these little kits and stuff to keep her occupied. And
Good for her.
Artistic, yeah.
Nice.
At least somebody got some talent in that family.
Yeah, somebody got something going on there. Hey, now, Mig, we got to talk about this too. This is so phenomenal. Tell us the story here.
That's my white whale, and I didn't even know what I had when I pulled it up.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I don't think I would have either, really.
That shows how smart I am on that stuff, because I found that while I was attending Bone, it was pouring down rain the last day, and this guy Rodney came into the hotel, and everybody was saying, hey, this guy's going to take us out on the last day. Y'all want to come with us? We're like, all right, sure, we'll go with Rodney and just see where he's going to take us and stuff. So we went out, and that was the same day I found the badge, the police badge. That was like probably my best day of metal detecting ever.
Wow, I guess.
Yeah, because not only that, I also found a gold watch.
Yeah.
Gold pocket watch. That same day, I found all three of those things within like a couple of hours apart from each other in the pouring down rain. But that is a 1789 George Washington inaugural cuff button. And
Man.
I've never found one of. I've always wanted one of those, and I have never found a bust silver coin.
Yeah. I have never found
know.
a bust silver coin either. But
I found one 2 weeks ago.
I know. I saw that. In fact, I saw it somewhere. I thought I had it.
Yeah, I sent a picture of it.
Yeah, I thought I had it here, but I don't see it here right now.
He was jealous he wasn't going to show it.
Yeah,
Miguel.
I refuse to show it. It's too good. I'm not putting it on, Miguel.
But that bust coin that I found a couple of weeks ago, that was actually that's my oldest silver I've ever found.
Wasn't it like 1835 or something?
Yeah,
What was
1835 is my oldest silver. I've never found a real.
Wow.
So
yeah, and the weird thing is KG and I have both found multiple reals and half reals and whatever. But
that
we have
picture on the
never
Garrett
found one.
page,
It's a what?
That is
George
awesome.
found,
Yeah.
that is
The which one?
phenomenal.
My real, my 2 real I just
Was it
found.
8 real?
No, it's not an 8
it
real,
was a
it's a
2 real.
2.
That thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
love that
That
coin.
is
I
a
still-
beautiful coin.
Yeah. I still kiss that before bed.
Yeah, that was at
Yeah.
Bone.
I found that like 5 feet away from Tim.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. I walked up on y'all.
Yeah.
and then I just dug that at
And then he dug that
basically the
ancient
same
button.
time. I had that phenomenal freaking awesome button, and then miraculously,
Oh, I was kicking myself because I knew y'all were hunting that spot where they said that they'd found reals.
And
I
they
was
found 18 or 20 reals on that hillside.
the day before we got there. Yeah,
They
that
had 11. They found 11 or something like that.
11.
And
yeah.
I
then
don't
they
know.
found yours, and yours was bigger than all the rest of the other ones were smaller ones, like a 2 or 3 or
They're
something.
probably
Mine
like
was laying right next to a piece of freaking iron too. I mean, I had an iffy signal. I dug down and I popped like a piece of a broken plow blade, and I threw that out. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna go over the hole. Went over the hole and just bam, bam. And I dug down and I saw that. I thought I had a silver quarter. I yelled at Timmy, come over. I got a silver. I think I got a silver quarter. And we pulled that out, and I freaking about had a heart attack.
But if you wouldn't have pulled that out, I would have probably Team Garrett would have probably beat y'all.
No, gosh, no.
hey,
We had the top 10, didn't we, Tim?
yeah, we crushed everybody that week. Here it is right here, I think.
Yeah. We had a little competition. It was Miguel, Steve Moore against the Ringmaster and KG. And they should have known better than to team us up together. I mean, that's just like I say, it's like a grade school going against a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is our 2 awesome finds were found within like 30 feet of each other or whatever.
But
But
Butch Holcomb didn't know.
hey,
Yeah.
Warren's on here from a couple of weeks ago. Warren McGrath, and he just wrote something about, hey, Miguel, remember that awesome U.S. buckle thing you found in Australia?
Oh, yeah, that was
Remember
cool.
that? That's
It's a,
awesome. He said he
it's
just went.
Or Tossig and something. Actually, you know what? I have it right here.
I guess we'll just sit here quietly and wait for him to
we'll
come
just
back.
sit here and
Is that what we should do?
absolutely leave.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Look at that. He found that it's a U.S. button
It's a
thing.
U.S. button from the Civil War, but it says Winsler and Tossick.
Yeah,
New
and
York.
it was found in Australia.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
listen to what Warren just said about that. They just went back to that same site where you found that, and about 30 feet or 30 yards away from where you found that, Grecky found a gold nugget.
Oh my God.
Ricky. Grecky. He probably just dug it up at the old lady's house and pretended to find it there.
Yeah, he dug it up next to that fireplace where all the treasure is. Yeah.
Yeah. Grecky's so superstitious, every little thing is haunted or got voodoo in it, so he wasn't litness by that old house.
No, it's good that he didn't, because we all did pretty good.
We were taking some pictures of the kangaroos, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of kangaroos back there, and he freaked out because you had a detector in your hand. He's like, "Where's he going? Where y'all going?
Yeah,
what are you gonna do with that?" And I was like, "We're just taking some pictures with the kangaroos in the background." He's like, No, y'all need to come back over this way.
Yeah.
I think he probably hides his money over there. That's why he didn't want it over there.
And then, of course, like when we were done taking the pictures and stuff, I actually did turn it on. And as I was walking back in a straight line, I just kind of pretended like it was still off.
That big giant gold nugget he was handing us, he was dropping in our hands. We were just all, and it was like, had to been like 5 grams or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Oh, it was just ridiculous. Yeah, some of the awesome gold nuggets.
And if he was dropping like those size ones in our hand, imagine what he wasn't showing.
Oh, he probably had ones the size of
baseball.
Yeah. Your head or something. Yeah.
Probably had the foot of faith in there somewhere.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to look at my page here.
But yeah, that was a cool find because, like, I've done research on this and I can't find anything about it. Like, I've seen similar ones.
What's the back look like? Is it a button? Just a loop back?
It's just the back.
A flat button or a?
Yeah, it's like it's missing the back. I think it was part of one of those, the ones that cross hooked that slid over and then they crossed at each other. What do they call it? Like a
snake buckle type thing?
Yeah, kind of like a CS.
Yeah. You're thinking it's the centerpiece off of a snake buckle or something, or yeah. I know what you're saying.
Part of a buckle, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, like them wreath buckles, like the wreath buckle.
Wreath
that would
buckle.
be the. Yeah.
KG.
All I found was that the Tossic. I think the two companies merged together because you can find the Tossic ones by themselves. I've seen the Tossic one by itself, but then I guess this other company, how does it say it?
Tongue buckle.
Reese.
Warren's on here.
Tongue buckle. Okay, that's it.
He probably got his tongue hanging out as he's saying it. Tongue.
That's a tongue buckle.
And then it has a T. It has a T right in the middle of the shield of the bird, of the eagle.
T. Well, you found the important part for sure.
Yeah. That's the only part you really need right there. You got the awesome part.
Did you ever post that picture of my shell? Did you get that I sent you?
Shell. Oh, I think I got. Yeah, it was in that little group that flew by earlier. But I can go see if I can dig that out here. You talk amongst yourselves. I'll go check.
Well, he's gone, so I'll just talk to myself.
Did he leave?
He's back.
There. Oh, there's a U.S. buckle. Yeah.
Reflections. Yeah, it's a couple of mini balls. That was my first time I went relic hunting for Civil War with aqua chigger. Didn't even know what Civil War relics were, and I found this.
No way.
And Steve was so pissed. He's like, "There's no way this guy's got a plate." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I thought it was common. I was like, "Yeah, people find these all the time, right?" I got to see. You're like, Chig's like, people ain't. I know guys that have been hunting for 25 years and never found a plate in Civil War areas.
Right.
In the middle of a river. Your first time Civil War relic hunting.
Mig, you weren't with us when we went to Mississippi, and I had that fake Civil War
Rusty.
plate.
No, but I heard all about it.
That was, you know what? To this day, I still feel bad because he literally was. I saw him coming up the ridge, and I had that fake one, and it like a copy. It was just chintzy one, but I buried it on this ridge because I seen him coming up the ridge. And he's metal detecting up there, and I'm pretty certain I see him head right for that. So I just kind of stood by this tree and I watched him, and he dropped down and he just uncovered just a portion of it. And he literally, the poor guy, dropped to his knees and held his hands up and went, "Thank you, God, thank you." And then he pulled it out and it was a fake one. And he lost his mind. He lost his mind.
Oh,
I
that's
think he
just
thought
brutal.
Tim did it. I think he thought Tim did
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure. Why wouldn't you blame me? Yeah, for sure. But
You're
hey,
the
Mig,
closest.
is this what you're talking about, Mig?
Yeah, there's my shell. That thing was not fun carrying out of the woods.
I bet. What was it?
It's a
Parrot?
It's a Confederate naval artillery shell
Oh.
Wow.
from the Civil War, and it weighed about 100 pounds.
Holy mother of God. Look
Wow.
at the size of that thing.
So we go to Dan Ferez's house.
Yeah.
and we're sitting out there just hanging out, and Bo's there, and they're wailing on this thing with a hammer.
Whoa.
Why?
Knocking the iron off of it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, no, it's cool. It's solid. It's a blunt. There's no gunpowder in it. I'm like, okay, whatever. And Rusty gets up and walks around the side of the house. And he's like, no. I'm like, dude, that ain't going to help you. If this thing goes off, the whole block is gone.
Oh, yeah.
And so we find out like a couple of months later, he took it to clean it. He put it in electrolysis. He drilled it out and realized that there was a fuse.
Oh, no way.
God.
35 pounds of gunpowder in it.
Holy
Oh,
moly.
my God.
You know what? I mean, they said that, wasn't it not too well, it's been a while ago, but some guy was trying to disarm a Civil War cannonball and it blew up and killed him. And he's like the last casualty. So the Civil War is still creating casualties.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
it was
the
crazy. So
the
he
last
cleaned it
one.
for me, and he brought it back to the Garrett hunt that year. And he goes, hey, I got something for you. And I totally forgot. He'd had it for 6 months.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about it. He brings it and goes, here. And this thing's 65 pounds. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
holy crap.
Put it in your suitcase. Carry it
You
home.
couldn't even check that thing through
Well, it was
airport.
here in Texas, so I just drove home with it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's normal.
I didn't
in
know where to
Texas.
put it. So it's sitting in the Garrett Museum. So when we open up the doors back one day to people, after COVID and all this stuff gets under control.
I thought you were wide open again over there. What the hold up? It's
No,
Texas.
They just removed the mask stuff, but everybody's still requiring you to wear it.
Oh, brother.
I thought it was just a free for all, like a big rave.
That's what it
I thought
should
Texas
be.
was just a big rave going
Well,
on.
Yeah.
yesterday
Big mosh
was-
pit.
Yesterday was opening day for the Rangers. And
Oh.
they had 40,000 fans
Really?
into the stadium.
Wow.
They said it's the largest held event since COVID.
Wow.
I'm assuming half of them weren't wearing masks.
Back to
Yeah, I
Tim-
haven't.
Tim got his COVID shot.
I did. I got my first COVID shot, and then after the Charles Garrett thing, I'll get my second one, and
Yeah, that's
I'm
why
good
he's
to
got that
go.
big lump on his neck
then
right now.
then I've got my golden ticket where I can go anywhere I want on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
But they removed the mask mandate over there in Arizona. didn't
They did. They just like last
Like a
week
week
or
ago.
something. They took that out too. But like, there's a bunch of businesses still where like if you go in, you're supposed to wear a mask and stuff. But I don't even think about it because instead of trying to check with every different business, I just put it on if I'm going to go into the post office or something. And
I just
It-
roar
2
in there,
seconds
and
and it's
whatever
over.
happens, Ringy.
yeah, I bet you do. You probably just
Or you're
go in
supposed to live your
swinging.
life.
Just probably just
I
shove
do.
the door open and just start swinging at whoever's the
Aw.
first person in there. I could see that.
Some
And
old lady in line.
spinning
I
back
usually-
kick to an old lady right in the back of the head.
He's got a whole pile of animals following him.
Yeah.
It's like, who?
Yeah.
Don't you know who I am? I'm KG. Get out of my way.
Well, remember when I was in the airport and I was standing in line behind this guy at like Chick-fil-A or somewhere in the airport.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there, I'm tired. We've been traveling. I think we're over in Europe. And I'm beat. And this guy turns around and he does a double take and he looks at me and goes, oh, you're KG, you're that guy from that TV show Diggers and blah, 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 blah. And he's screaming. He don't want to get out of line because it's a long line. He screams at his wife, honey, come here. His wife walks all the way over there with her head kind of down, like, what does this idiot want, And he like grabs her and he goes, look, it's that KG. It's that guy from that TV show on National Geographic. And she just looks at me. She goes, I don't watch much TV. And she turns on and watches it. Like, I mean, that was like perfect. I mean, it was perfect.
It was.
I mean, why not? Who
Perfect.
cares? It was funny.
You remember the first time we went to the Garrett hunt down there, we were down in Jefferson and we walked into that little, I guess it was like a little bar or pub or something. We were just going to go in there and just kind of chillax and have a beer or something. And those two guys are playing pool. They immediately go, and their jaws just dropped because they see y'all walk in the door. And we're in the middle of nowhere. And they're like, you're those guys from the TV show. And I'm like, we're in the middle of nowhere and these guys recognize y'all.
Yeah, that was weird. That was kind of weird. Yeah, it was funny.
I got us through security, and remember when we were going on that train?
Yeah,
remember that
we were late.
Border
We were late for the
guy
train.
recognized me,
Yeah.
and we were like late to get on the train. We were gonna miss the train for sure. And he looks and he sees me, and he like, this guy's full garb behind glass, and he just gives me the old finger, like, come here. And I'm thinking, oh crap, what did I do? I'm thinking I'm done.
Yeah.
I walk up there and he goes, hey, you're that guy on show. What are you guys filming over here? What are you doing? I said, no, we got to get on the train. We're trying to get on the other side, before closing. And he goes, you're cutting it close. He goes, come on up. And Brian comes running up there with his little bag. Hey, I'm with him. It's like, come on. But that was pretty cool though.
That was pretty awesome. That came in handy there.
Good old
Brian. There was another time when we were at I don't even know what season it was, but we were filming Diggers and it was right in the middle of it. And it would definitely had to be probably about the third season because it was Craig, and we all walked into a Cracker Barrel, and the producer and everybody, and this girl just starts screaming, and we thought, oh God, somebody's being murdered. We didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we almost took off running.
Yeah, and she runs up and it's like, oh, you guys are the guys from the show. And then she turns and sees our camera guy, Craig, and starts screaming. It's like because he had been in one of the shows. I grabbed the camera from him and I filmed him, and I was just running around with it because I was happy because I found a silver ring or something. And so Craig was briefly on the show, because I had stolen his camera, and this lady even recognized him. It's like, you were on the show. It's like, and Craig was like super uncomfortable about the whole thing. He's like, oh, I don't ever want that to happen again.
I made one of the shows, The Payoff in Australia.
Oh yeah, we gotta dump water.
Yeah,
on you.
You dumped the water all over me instead of Tim.
Yeah, it hit me and bounced off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was kind of
cold.
It was cold.
Really cold.
You were a trooper because you knew it was coming. Tim didn't, but you knew it was coming, but you didn't want to move and give it away. So Miguel ended up wearing half of it.
Yeah, and Tim runs off and goes and takes a warm shower in that little shack right there at Recky's place. And I'm sitting there just completely cold and filled with water for the rest of the day. I'm like, man, this sucks.
Yeah, ich bin bestimmt ein Warmduscher. That's a joke for one of my German friends in case he's watching.
He's not. It's 7 o'clock.
I only have one.
It's probably like 5. It's 1, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what are we wrapping this up? Do you want to talk about anything?
Is it?
It's getting late, man.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Has to get to bed.
Yeah, Miguel's past his bedtime there in Texas.
Yeah, well, I got Garrett stuff to do. We're still wrapping everything up for the hunt.
Yeah. Anything?
Still, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Is there anything anybody needs to know coming there, or any details or anything you want to tell anybody?
If you're watching and you're going to be doing the hunt, I would just, first thing to do is just when you first walk into the Civic Center, it's going to be a big building. We're going to have probably like some banners out there and stuff like that. When you walk in, you need to collect your bag. Your bag is going to have your hunt information. It's going to have the rules. It's going to have the all your like your anything that you need pertaining to map and stuff like that. It's all, you need to go get your hunt bag first. It'll have your badge. Make sure you always wear your badge on if you're on the hunt field and you're swinging the detector.
Do I have to?
If you're not wearing a badge, you're gonna get kicked off the field.
I'll kick your ass right off the field, Cage.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll stick the big guy on.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh.
Josh will kick you off.
Yeah, for sure.
Adam, we'll have Adam. He'll be carrying his 16 concealed guns.
Yeah.
He'll escort you off the property.
Brian.
Yeah.
No.
So, but I mean, the first thing
Awesome.
I would do is just go get your hunt bag and then go through all the rules and stuff and learn. I mean, for the most part, it's pretty simple. And then just at 12 o'clock on Friday, the hunt starts.
Oh, that'll be
Very
awesome.
Anything else going on over there at Garrett that we need to know about?
Garrett's always working on stuff. So just, I mean, look forward to stuff in the future. We're always working on stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. Like what? What are you working on?
Well, they never tell us because Tim and I, we're like the last to know. They're like, oh yeah, did you hear about this? The guy bought this machine, or this guy bought this coil. And it's like, what the hell coil are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
there's this brand new coil that goes on the AT series. We're like, we never even knew about that. How did we get one of these?
Yeah, we've been working with Garrett for like 15 odd years or whatever, and it's like they still don't trust us with any kind of information.
Yeah, we've been trying to get our own. We're trying to get a company credit card. We can't even get one of them.
Yeah, they won't give us a company credit card. Yeah, it's very restrictive.
Company vehicle. What the heck?
Yeah. I tried to order a Porsche.
I just see that bill now. Ferrari. Or a Camaro from DFW to Canton.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
All right.
you gonna? When are you gonna do the number thing?
I'll pick it here in the next half an hour, and I'll post it.
Okay. Anybody that never seen this, pick a number between 1 and 150. You can pick two numbers, and that's it. And we're gonna draw a number, and they're gonna win an awesome Roger Wyant art print.
Yeah, it might be this one, but it might not be. It's something.
It might be this one.
Yeah, it'll be a print by this artist. It'll be signed and numbered and everything, and then
That's
you'll get it.
Picture, though. It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome. He's really good. It was a fun show last week, and yeah,
Yep.
a lot of cool artwork. So,
Well,
What-
cool.
Okay.
what do you think, boys? Thanks, Mig, for being
Yeah,
on.
Miguel, thank you.
Yeah.
We know you got a busy schedule and you got a lot going on, family and stuff. Tell them all hello for us.
Oh, no problem. And y'all do the same. And I'll see y'all boys next week.
Yeah, we'll see you in a week, man. All right.
Next week. I might pick Tim up at the airport. If not, there's Uber.
If
somewhere with
not,
his
I
name
won't
on.
see you next week,
If
Miguel.
not, he's going to be calling me to come pick him up.
Yeah.
I have to leave at like 8 o'clock at night to drive to DFW and traffic and stuff to go pick him up. I'll make him crash on the floor here with the dog.
Yeah, that'd be all right. I've had worse, I think. All right.
You have.
All right.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything.
Tim, for your hard work. Miguel, thank you.
See you guys.
ya
We're out of here.
That's it for this week. Thanks for watching the Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show, brought to you by Garrett Metal Detectors and ATC's NX5 Diggin tools. Check the ATC event calendar at anacondatreasure.com for showtimes, and tune in again for another extraordinary program packed with brilliance, insight, and fascinating guests. Wait a minute, am I still talking about this show? Anyway, may silver and gold find its way into your pans and under your coils this week. Nectar in the pot for everybody. KG and Ringy out.